Hi guys. So before I share my new song with you, which I'm probably going to do in a separate video, I just wanted to talk about a couple of things that have been, going through my mind recently. And I guess one of the things it all boils down to is this happiness versus truth thing, right? For me personally, as you may or may not know, I've always been a truth seeker, but I guess my reason for, especially, of course, in a, let's say, spiritual sense, right, trying to figure out as much about the workings of the mysterious universe we live in as possible and such, right? But I guess just with any human being one of my maybe not so obvious, but still one of the motivations behind that, of course, was that secretly I maybe hoped that the more I'd understand the universe and the more I know, that it would help me to become happier or create a happier life for myself, right? And And I think of course, there are ways to use whatever knowledge, you know, whatever you find out, there's always probably some way to use it to your advantage. But um, if you are very sensitive like me and empathetic, the more you find out, it isn't necessarily always the more the better, and it doesn't always make your life easier, right? Like, I mean, I partly blame Marie Curie for this, right? Because she has this famous saying, like something like you don't have to fear anything, you just have to understand everything, right? But in my case, that this has proven to, well, not always be true, because sometimes the more I know or the more I found out, the scarier things became for me. And I guess probably every one of us, right, has had some moments in their or situations in their life where they maybe thought, like, is it really for the best to always know the truth? And also, is it for the best to tell the the truth or a certain truth to somebody else when you're not sure how they will handle it and how they will react to it, if it will help them or if it just will bring them down, essentially. And um, yeah, I I guess it's just not this belief I used to have, right? Like that in maybe 99% of the time or 99% of cases, it would probably always be better to know the full and the un how do you say? Let's say the unbeautified truth, right? um, uh, and is probably not. It's probably not that simple, especially since you know many people talk about truths or certain truths when I sometimes feel like they are referring to an interpretation of, well, certain assumption, let's say, they perceive to be a fact, right? Okay, But let's say it really is a fact. Like say they talk about something and it really is a universal law. Um, Still, the way they talk about it might still include, their own interpretation of what this law means exactly for your personal life, or how to apply it or not to apply it, or just, even what they personally associate with that law, right? It really is just I don't even know. I think I digress, but anyway, I don't even know if human beings are capable of communicating uh, merely on a factual and, um, yeah, a level that doesn't include some kind of interpretation, or is completely not uninfluenced by their own beliefs and ideologies, right? Um, which of course makes this whole truth versus happiness thing even more complicated, because not just are there several truths regarding many dimensions and levels of reality and existence, there are also even more interpretations of those set rules, and even more, let's say, um, recommendations of how to deal with them, or how to use them or make use of them, right? So basically, there is no real point to this video other than me just saying that, knowing the ultimate truth, if there even is one, might not always be the best for you. And I can only recommend, even though I know it's probably useless because humans want what they want anyway, and they have a lot of curiosity and such. But I can only recommend to be a little careful about what kind of information you ask for from other people, for example, or the universe, or whomever you may like talk to or think about. Because, yeah, um, in the end, I think if we are in the right kind of, the state of flow and such, normally I've made this experience a couple times, I think, in my life, not often enough, unfortunately. But I think if you're in the right state of being or state of mind or whatever, often you really naturally receive the kind of information or insights that are helpful to you, though that's also not always true. So it really is up to your personal discernment, of course, which kind of information you ask for, which kind of truths you even accept as truths, and how you make that work in favor of your personal happiness, as opposed to, yeah, well, against it, right? I don't know, it's very complex, of course. If you have anything to say about this topic, you can let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, and I hope you enjoy my new song once I post it. And till the next time, bye.